Manny Machado. He was hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. First pitch misses. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the 3rd and final game of the series. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Hauls it in to end the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And it's 2-zip.
Relativity abounds, so it suits ya. We all have different visions of a future. What you think lie ahead for the coming days? New leaves are on the same course where we stay. Relativity.
And we're back. 2nd inning set to go. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Johnny Bench. And a good eye there. Verlander, a multi-Cy Young Award winner. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. That one drilled left field. Springer there makes the catch. 1 down. Here's Nolan Arenado. That's in there. Strike 1.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
1 down, base is empty. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Outside low, and 1-1. Arenado leads off first with 1 away. Mejia cuts him down. Great throw.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that clock stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the rookie center fielder, Dylan Cruz. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
No, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Next pitch is outside. This to center field. Hunter in pursuit. And out number 1 on the grab. Willie Adames stands in. Homered last night. Added another hit as well. And a foul ball. Strike 2.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Foul ball still 0-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
George Springer now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Two outs, base is empty. In the air, out towards right center. Green makes a nice running catch. Top half of the 3rd inning, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Carlos Correa. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game, and the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
Out to short, Adames slings to first, and 1 away in the top of the 3rd. Eloy Jimenez now. That misses. And that's ball one. The Dodgers down by a pair. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. There's a strike at the knees, and it's 1-1.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
That one finds the zone, and that's strike 2. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Fastball at the letters froze him for strike 3. Now it's J.D. Davis. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. 0-1. The Mets leading by 2 here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Next offering is down low. And another ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Next pitch in the dirt. And a full count now. Got him looking. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. As we go to the last of the 3rd. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Mejia. Rip, but it curls foul. And that one's a little bit low. And that's ball 1.
1-1.
On the ground, right side. Tosses to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. Ketel Marte up to the plate. He's already homered in this game. Line drive. Makes the catch for the 2nd out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Juan Soto. Chris, he's their team leader when it comes to RBIs. 2 outs. That's outside. 1-1. And the count even 1-1. Just off the inside edge.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2 down, nobody on. Fouls one off. 2-2. Righty to the plate. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul. That's a little bit low.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Oh, great stop. And very nicely done for the out. Verlander back to work. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. Soriano goes 6'1", 180 pounds, and he's a former All-Star Game MVP. The pitch. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning. So up next, Brandon Marsh. There's a strike.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
That's off the mark. 1-2 to count.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Green at the plate now. That's ball 1. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 1.
1-1.
just missed.
That's the ball.
The count 2-1. Foul ball there. 2-2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. Here's a 2-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The Mets up by 2. Top half of inning number 4. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
At the belt and fires. Here's a rocket out to left. Drops into the glove, and that is that. Back here at Citi Field, ready to go, bottom 4. And stepping in for New York, Adrian Beltre. Out to short, Correa. Over to first. One out in the bottom of the 4th. Freddie Freeman up to the dish.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Marsh sizes this one up, pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Here's Manny Machado now. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Chris, we were excited to watch him pitch. This is a little more along the lines of what we were expecting performance-wise.
Yeah, Boo, great pitchers like this, you may get one opportunity in one inning to get to them, to get some runs up on the board. And if you don't take it then, you may see zeros the rest of the ball game.
Arenado. That's the 3rd out. Back here in Queens, here's Nolan Arenado. Verlander back to work. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
You know, these Dodgers need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
On the ground to the left. Throw on to Freeman. And the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. Here's Carlos Correa. Strike 1.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Outside low. And it's 1-1.
Tired or not, he's relentless with the way he pitches. He might be exhausted out there, but his stuff is still nasty.
Missed with a changeup. And a count 2-1. And a strike.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So Eloy Jimenez now gets a chance with 2 gone. Here's Eloy Jimenez. First pitch just misses. On the ground. And that's just foul. And another ball. Correa leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Rolled over to 3rd. Beltre sends it to first. And they take care of Jimenez for the out. And that's the 3rd out. 1 left for L.A. And they're down 2-0. Bottom of the inning. And now the center fielder, Dylan Cruz. The wind of the pitch. Swings through that one out in front that time.
0 balls, 1 strike.
And it's fouled away. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And there's 1 down.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Adames at the plate now as he chases after that one. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
Here's a 1-2.
2-2.
Got him. 2 gone now.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
And that one fouled off. 2 outs. And there's a foul ball. The 0-2. And that's outside. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And another ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there. And we're back. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now the first baseman, J.D. Davis.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And that one is lifted in the air. Gets under it. Makes the catch. 1 away. So the batting order turns over. Alfonso Soriano steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And the slider just misses. The Mets trying to protect a 2-run lead. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Dives and he can't hang on. Gets it there in time, though. And a tough play with a fast runner, but they get the out.
Just a great effort all the way around at third base right there. Nice job to get a glove on it with the dive, but it was the recovery that was so impressive. If he doesn't hop to his feet and get the throw off in such a fluid motion over there, I kind of doubt he gets the out.
Marsh in the box now. No balls and a strike.
0-1.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Whips it to first on the run. They get the out, and that'll. And welcome back to the ballpark. Francisco Mejia coming up to hit. And here it comes. And first offering is fouled off. Lined into right. And it's caught for the out. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Lifted in the air down the left side. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And now it's Juan Soto. First pitch swinging.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Left-hand hitter waits. Runner takes off. Throw. Got him. What a laser from Johnny Bench.
Well, that's just a good baseball play right there. I mean, pretty good jump off the pitcher, I'd say, and good catch and throw by the catcher. And I think if you did that 10 times, Half the time the guy might be safe. The other half probably out.
And another ball. He dives but can't hang on. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
He was all over that one. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
On the ground to third. They get the force. That's the inning. Back here at Citi Field, top of inning number 7. And now the right fielder, Sean Green. First offering misses badly for ball 1.
You can tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it.
And he deals. Right through there for a strike. That one is absolutely belted. It one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got a fastball, middle of the plate.
Here comes the skipper. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, John Curtin. A free pass coming with nobody out and the runner at second. Looks like they're shooting for the double play.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time. Good eye in that spot.
Doubled up on the slider away. Two-seamer here. Just watch and see.
Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Save! And the runners will move up.
Now 2 men are in scoring position after that one gets away, and still nobody out. They're in a good position to maybe make this a big...
Up the middle. The feed for 1. And he's in safely at third as a run scores.
Well, you're definitely looking to do more with that opportunity at the plate. 2 runners in scoring position, but at least he puts the ball in play. They bring across 1 run. Still one out there to pick up.
On the ground, could be 2. Good feed, that's 1. Got him. The double play cuts down to Pat. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jimmy Nelson.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
And a ground ball to first. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Still able to get it there in time. And they get it out of the play. Manny Machado up to the plate. That's inside. And it's 1-0. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Raisel Iglesias looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Almonte getting cranked up as well. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit. Slightly up, slightly in.
Check swing, but he went too far. Now 1-2. One out, base is empty. Right-handed reliever. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Marsh hauls it in, 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. And now Dylan Cruz. There's a swing and a miss.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Swing and a foul over the screen and back out of play. 2 down, nobody on. goes down swinging for the strikeout. Bench up with it, over to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Ready to begin the 8th. Now it's the DH, Eloy Jimenez. Fouled off. He was late. That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one clips the corner.
All sliders so far in this at-bat to get ahead in the count, and it clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Into second base. The tying run is on with a leadoff double.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle.
Number 10.
So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Chris Stratton.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
That breaking ball is in for a strike, and quickly it is 0-2. And there's a ball.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
In plenty of time to first out in the top of the 8th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. And next for L.A., Brandon Marsh. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat, as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
0-2.
The 0-2. And that's a little high.
It's a good take.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
So far, just one of those days for this lineup. You get a couple of runners on, and you're looking at having a big inning, and that strikeout right there just pours water on the fire. You look for the next hitter to step up and try to do something, pick up his teammate and his club.
Back to the mound. He's got it. Throws to first in time. That's out number 3. Dodgers. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Raisel Iglesias.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Bench drifts towards it. He's there. He's got it. And there's 1 away. Here's George Springer.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Swing and a miss. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Andrew Bellotti looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. That one almost got him. One down, base is empty. Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. Nope, he held back. Here's a 2-1. And it's strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Two outs. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The pitch. Stays alive. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3 down. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Johnny Bench. Stratton back to work. And that one hit to first. Freeman takes it to the bag, and the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in a ball game like this, positioned perfectly.
Looking to get the tying run on base. On the ground right side. Marte throws to first in time. And they get Arenado for the out. Torrey Hunt.
The 17th, Torrey
That one fouled off. One strike away. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Kicks and deals. Outside low. Going to count 1-2. Hit to second, and this should do it. On to first, ball game. And the Mets keep it rolling. 7 straight victories now.
The number 7 is such a cool and sort of lucky number. Well, this team has been playing really well, but to win 7 games in a row, there's been some luck and there's been some really good play. I think you get to this point, you start to look like, can we double that? Make it double digits, make it 2 touchdowns, make it 14.
I'm over here showing a little rubber right now, and it feels good. You see us. I'm listening to the Men's Show. You ain't heard it? It's the biggest color show on earth.
I'm overweight, rappers fat to death. Obese when these beats catch wind of my breath. And yes, you ain't heard, you still rocking with the best. I just say y'all from taking the guess. Not jeans, my dear. You ain't worthy to breathe my air. Stand tall in the pair I wear. Am I making it clear? I's the best to lay his head round here. And no, I'm not the heir pair to whoever. They never could out-hit us. Fitters try to think fast, but never could outwit us. The only thing that they could ever do is outfit us. When clothes fit strange, I'm playing Rick James. Yo, couch. I'm coming out with a bang. Straight tape, pull a knife with no middle, man. Everybody at the label asking, will it bang? I say chill, just take a no. Now let my people sing. 10 G's a show. Wildin' out with Pretty Tony, you know. Now let me hear it. Come on. We make them wanna say it again, yeah. We make them wanna say it again. Beats from Mr. Doubtfit. Fresh jeans, fresh clothes and outfit. Let me hear it. We make them wanna say it again. We make them wanna say it again. Check it out. I got so many rhymes, many styles to go with. And my competition all the while be hoping that I quit bringing the pain like ibuprofen. I can't, dog. Can't you see that the crowd is open? I mean, mouths is open, hands in the air just so aroused and focused. This is a movement. It's bigger than showbiz. This is how I live it. I love hip hop. I just hate what's in it. It's like I'm just another rocking the mic. That's where you're above average. And take that however you like. However, despite I'm left to right. Till my forearm get all tight and my fingers start cramping up. Pose amping up. I'm standing what y'all think man enough. Chill. Agitating like dandruff. I ain't talking all tough, but the people keep saying big trucks and wheels. Dominican broads is cooking my meals.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show brings you game 1 of a big 4-game set. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks going up against the New York Mets. John Shambi and Chris Singleton on the call. And Chris, we've got an opportunity to watch one of the true superstars of the sport, Willie Mays. Always exciting to see him in action, and it seems like he consistently finds a way to impact the game.
Yeah, Boog, it's offensively at the plate, defensively when he's on the...
Here's Trey Turner. The pitch. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
And a foul ball. And a pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and it clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Now all even up.
Full count.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Struck him out swinging. The high heat, too much on that one. So digging in, Roberto Clemente. And there's the strike.
There's so much Clemente can do at the plate and in the field.
Ball one there.
About the only thing Clemente didn't have was elite speed, but the other 4 tools were as strong as anyone's in the game.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Roberto's #1 tool had to be his rocket arm. The bat's not far behind, though. Tremendous opposite field power. One down, base is empty. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. That's to third. To first. Out quick start to this afternoon's action. 2 gone. So 2 down now, and here is Willie Mays. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. Mays goes 5 feet 11 inches, 23 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And Arizona is set down 1-2. Back here in Queens. And today's starting pitcher, Joe Musgrove. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, that whip is just below the league average, and that's a good thing in this case, not allowing too many base runners. So on most days, he's going to go out there and compete and put his team in a position to win, and I expect to see that from him in this one today.
And that one fouled off. That misses. Now 1-2. And delivers outside. And the right-hander deals.
Full count.
This one lifted in the air, left field. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. Tatis waits. This one in the air, center field. Mays hauls it in, and there's one away. Cal Ripken Jr. up now for the Mets. And that's off the inside edge.
One ball.
And that is ball 1. Now a fly ball to right center. Clemente in pursuit. And there are 2 outs. And now the veteran third baseman, Adrian Beltre. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. On the ground to third. Schmitty over to first. Inning over. The Mets go down 1-2-3. Score.